Well, hello and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. It is a lively day over here where I am, all right? So any background noise you hear, let it come and let it go. We're in the sanctuary. Let us bless the cards, shall we? All right. We dedicate ourselves in this conversation to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. All right. We call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance we receive here today. What's good, priesthood? Okay, fantastic. Let's get some cards out. Let's see what our message is this week. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, it is on and popping on this planet as usual, but it's turning up as they said it would. What's the message, ancestors? Message is this: you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Okay, all right, that sounds intriguing. You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. All right, very interesting. Right off the top here, you know what I get? I get somebody's doing that regarding you. You may be doing this too, of course. You know, we could all be doing these things. But I was strongly getting someone is doing this because of you. Like you represent a wound, you know, or someone wounded you and they're saying, no, I didn't. Right? Get off on your floor. All right. It could be any of those things. But what's strongly coming out is that somebody is wounded about you for some reason. Priesthood. Wounded because they wounded themselves. Wounded because they wounded you. And now they're thinking better of it. Wounded because they tried to harm you and come for you. It didn't work. They fucked themselves up. Get off on one of these floors. Okay? Absolutely. It's one of those floors. It sounds complex though to me, which makes me happy. Because we have a little puzzle to solve today, right? We're always solving puzzles, but this one's special. It's a lot of special going around. Okay, I'm sorry. By the way, for those of you who saw the Spiritual World News, I said the word special about 97 times. All right, so I apologize for that. Okay, fantastic. It was really that special. That's all. All right. So, put it in perspective. Overall, what do we say? Well, we're saying this, says the ancestors. Ancestors, thank you for being here. Thank you, God, for your grace. I'm so thankful. Okay, listen. Okay, there's several floors. Obviously, there's many layers. There's something you may be kicking rocks about. Let's start with you. All right. There's something that you've gone through a lot. I get the sensation. You've gone through a lot. You've faced a lot. You've been through so much. That's a thing this week that the ancestors are looking at. I get the sensation they don't like it, but at the same time, maybe there's somewhere you're hurting that you're not acknowledging that you're hurting. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to guess if it's you, you missed a spot, right? Because it's just not like the children of God to ignore the necessary. You know, like if there's something you're putting to the side, you know you're putting it to the side. That's the sensation that I'm getting, you know, as a child of God. Your job is to be awake. So you know what you're doing. So if there's something you're putting to the side, you know, and you're kind of like, you know, I need to do that, but I don't, for whatever reason, want to address it right now or whatever, or it's too painful or, you know, scary or, you know, whatever. Okay. They said you can't heal it doing that though. So you see what's on the table? Healing. Healing's on the table. So if you're telling yourself that it's not going to heal, or it's not, or I can, or, something, some reason why it's not worth your investment, it is worth your investment of your time, energy, money, whatever that it is, says the ancestors. Heal it, they say. Begin. All right. So if it's you, children of God, you know what this is. You know what you got to do. All right. Go where demons and angels fear to tread. Do the scary thing. All right. Because it's going to heal. That's why. Okay. Because we're not just doing this for nothing. It's not for nothing. It's for something. If this is somebody who came for you, then I'm going to, I'm getting the sensation that they're kicking rocks because, okay, you can't heal a wound by, they're trying to play tough. They tried to play tough. It didn't work out. They hurt themselves. That's what happened. That's what they did. Okay. So there's that. Then there's somebody who hurt themselves, who cares about you, but they was doing it wrong. They was caring about you wrong. That person, I get the sensation, was lashing out at you. That's what I'm getting. They're lashing out at you, and that was them denying the wound. They were lashing out at you to try to prove to themselves, I get the sensation, that they don't care about you as much as they do. And then as they're lashing out, of course, they're being destructive. So now they're destroying the thing that they were denying. Originally, they're just denying the thing. Then they started to destroy the thing. I'm going to guess you may have taken yourself away on some level, or something away. And they were hurt, but they were trying to act like they weren't hurt, or they were trying to act like they didn't care. I don't care. Or you can't fire me, I quit. Yada, yada. Get off on one of those floors. Let us move on. All right. Come on now. Sorry. Hold on. Let me just get my playlist popping. All right. That'll do for now. All right. So, okay. Go on, ancestors. Okay. That's not going to do. I'm sorry, y'all. Hang on like magic. Power like magic. Okay. Facts. Truth. Somebody has to go face the truth, deal with the truth. Okay. That is going where demons and angels fear to tread. We got to clear the road. We have some debris in the road. There's some debris in the road, or there's something blocking you and someone else, if that's the dynamic that you're dealing with, and or something scary is in the way, or something that we don't want to face is in the way here. All right. So, what else? If it's somebody who came for you, like an enemy, they're mad that they got blocked. You know what I mean? Like the road is clear for you. You were able to, go on and pursue the star. They're mad about that, and they're kicking rocks that they didn't get to impede this path. You dig it? Or someone tried to use the truth against you because they thought it would block your path. It didn't. I get the sensation they tried to use this sword to cause a wound. Or perhaps they did, like maybe somebody told your business. Maybe, somebody told your business, or they try, because how else could they use the truth against you if it's true? It must just be your private business, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Well, whatever it is, they was trying to block the path. If this is your enemies, they was trying to block the path, but you went on ahead and pursued the star, whatever your purpose is, your path, you're doing it. Or they thought they would try to scare you. That's going around. They thought there would be some insurmountable thing, and you were willing to face, or go where demons and angels fear to tread. So boom, they got to kick rocks. They thought you wouldn't do it. They thought you wasn't that dude. They thought you wasn't that chick who would go and do that. You dig what I'm saying? It's something like that. All right. Yeah, see, mercy and grace is safe passage. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So this is coming out strong on the enemy side right now. However, if it is you, you might have been concerned about the mercy and grace of safe passage if you go where demons and angels fear to tread, about this wound that you didn't want to acknowledge, or this thing that you didn't want to acknowledge, because it's whatever, scary, it's not worth it, or, it's undesirable to deal with, you will have the mercy and grace of safe passage. You dig what I'm saying? Definitely. So go ahead and do that, is what I'm getting on the child of God floor. Go ahead and do that. Don't feel bad. It might be scary. It might be scary. Like, it's not going to not be scary. Because I said all that. You know what I mean? But you'll make it. You'll make it through. You got what it takes. You've been there, done that. You've dealt with this sort of thing before, whatever it is. You've dealt with this sort of thing before. You'll get through it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Perhaps it's scary for whatever reason. I don't know. You're concerned about the mercy and grace of safe passage. You'll have it. Looks like here. Okay? But you do have to heal, though. You do have to heal whatever this is. Yourself, a relationship, a situation, whatever. Get off on your floor. Your enemies are bleeding. I want to say bleeding. Okay? Bleeding what? I don't know. Money, energy, blood. I don't know. Get off on your floor. But your enemies, I get the sensation, cannot recover. And or they cannot recover this thing with you. And I'm talking enemies. Okay, I'm talking enemies. Who have not changed. They are not something else. They are not now, your friends. They are not now thinking better of it. They are still your enemies. This is the shit I'm talking about. Your enemies are bleeding. I'm getting a sensation. And like I said, money, energy, whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't get the sensation they're going to be able to heal, because if they're your enemies, children of God, there's work they're not doing within to heal, right? Because they don't want to go where demons and angels fear to tread. So they continue to bleed. You see what I'm saying? The children of God, we don't have time to bleed. Do you feel me? You see the difference there? Okay? So, that's your enemies. Now, let's talk about other people who fucked up, maybe. But they're not your enemies, though. They wouldn't quite qualify, even if they did something hurtful. They wouldn't qualify as an enemy, but you're not quite in harmony with them. They got some sort of wound about you that they don't want to acknowledge. They don't want to act like they care that much. Or they don't want to act like they care that much about you, or that much about things or life. I don't know. All right, okay, yeah, see, blockage, see, debris in the pathway. Right, yeah. Okay, this needs to be an examination of some sort. This needs to be examined. Okay, so whatever this wound is, you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Whatever this wound is needs to be acknowledged. Paid attention to, come to terms with, here with the Ace of Swords, and resolved here with the Star card, because we got to getting in the Star card. You know what I'm saying? We got places to go, things to do. We have a purpose in life, and something is blocking. You don't want to block the Star card. That's a no bueno right there. Right, we got to go after what we passionately want. It's going to require going where demons and angels fear to tread. Okay, going back to, it's not going to not be scary because of what I said. It's still going to be scary. That's not the point. The point is that you will get through it, you will make it back, and you are uniquely trained and outfitted for this sort of work. You know, so if this is something you have to do for yourself, you just got to be thorough. It's just tightening. That's all. It's not a criticism. It's just a need for tightening in this area. Okay, that's the sensation that I get. Just keep tightening the shit till it's all the way tight. That's it. Just keep, till it's all the way tight. It's not a criticism. Okay, mercy and grace to safe passage, clear road, going out for what you passionately want. This could also be firm in your beliefs. That's another thing. Knowing the truth. The truth is mercy and grace to safe passage for you, children of God. That's the truth. That's facts. That's just the damn facts. Do you feel me? Absolutely. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. That is now your new identity. You need to understand that about yourself. That's what I'm picking up on here. You need to understand that you are the person for the rest of your life. I get the sensation. Who goes where demons and angels fear to tread. I don't think this is going to stop. Now, that doesn't mean everywhere you go is where demons and angels fear to tread. That's not what we're saying. Okay, what we're saying is you're going to regularly be doing this because this is your purpose in life. Yeah. Sit down, have some tea, whatever you got to do. All right, massage your temples, whatever you got to fucking do. I get the sensation this is it. This is it. This is what you do. It's the sensation that I get. You heal wounds. You heal wounds that people think can't be healed. Yeah. Yes. That's right. Beginning with your fucking self. Look like here. Okay. I said it was complex, right? Didn't I say it was going to be deep and complex? I felt, okay, here we go. All right, here we go. We're sliding down into the deep look like here. Because we have to go for what we passionately want. To whom much is given, much is required. I mean, that's what I was taught when I was growing up in spirituality. Yeah. To whom much is given, much is required. Don't doubt it. Don't ever doubt it. Don't ever think it's going to be easy street. You dig what I'm saying? These guys are working at the carnival. It could be a lovely event and it can be a lovely occasion. But you still got to be that motherfucker. Do you feel me? You got to be ready at a moment's motherfucking notice to regulate the area. Hello? They're at work. They're at the carnival, but they're at work. They're at the party, but they're working. Do you feel me? They are remaining sober, alert. Ace of Swords. Pay attention in this card. Management of internal and external pressure in this card. Also the boundary in that card. These are the regulators. These are the punks jump up to get beat down people right here. Cosmic cops. Yeah. So, don't let the necessary occur for the cosmic cops. You see? And that's who you are, children of God. The necessary better not occur because by any means necessary, that's why. That's why. That's who we are. Do you feel me? And the law has to be maintained, Ace of Swords, and the star has to remain in sight. I told you that's critical. It's critical. Because that's your whole purpose for being here. Now, if punks is jumping up, what we need the cosmic cops for? You know what I'm saying? Like, punks jump up. You can't stay up and be a cosmic cop working the party. No. To get beat down. That's the rules. That's the law right there. So, yeah, you're going to have to go where demons and angels fear to tread on a regular basis for the rest of your life. Look like here. All right? Absolutely. Okay, can't answer that. Cannot answer that. All right, hang on. All right, like magic. Fantastic. So, yeah, I'm getting that you have certain powers. And you just don't have, so what I mean by you don't have time to bleed, let's talk about that. You don't have time to bleed. Whatever baggage held you back from being amazing and magical and being this motherfucker right here, going where demons and angels fear to tread, wherever you was held back, like you got to put all that baggage down. All the shit you thought about your own limits and, oh, I can't because, and I can't because. I mean, yes, know your limits and know your strengths, right? Containing internal and external pressure. But understand, by any means, this role has to be made clear. Period. So don't let the necessary occur, says the children of God. That's who you gotta be. Period. Not on your watch is the sensation that I get. Because then what do we need you for? You see what I'm saying? Same principle. I mean, not to be sharp about it like that, or harsh about it. But this is the law we talking about. Ace of Swords. This is not a spoon. This is a sword. Do you feel me? So yeah, we can do the spoon thing and be soft about it when it's appropriate, is what I want to say. This occasion right here, whatever they're talking about this week, whatever this is, no, this is business. This is business. The Barons. Death of the ego. Death endings. Yeah. Some things need to end. Some things need to end, including the internal and external pressure. So things with you personally need to end, and you need to go to some places in yourself where demons and angels fear to tread. This is your understanding of yourself and your responsibility to humanity as a high priest or a high priestess. They don't have to believe in you. You have a responsibility to regulate the atmosphere, to regulate the environment, period, in the story, in so much as you can without causing war unnecessarily. You feel me? It's a regulation. It's not, they're not trying to tussle with anyone. The cosmic cops don't tussle with people. Okay, punks jump up, they get beat down. That's how that goes. So if you calculate a scenario where you cannot achieve that, then you don't go there. You don't go there. You have to properly assess the situation. Okay. Limits and strengths. All right. Also, death of the ego. Right. Right. Don't do what you can't do. Do what you can do. Focus and concentrate. Okay. Focus and concentrate. That's another place where demons and angels fear to tread. Is acknowledging the facts, the limits, and the strengths of even themselves. Do you feel me? So we have a responsibility. We have to go there. Now, of course, that's also the environment. Now we don't want to beat people in the head, tell them all about how it's time to repent. But there's one thing that they cannot do, and that's obscure sight of the star. Do not get in my way of my purpose in life is all I ask you, says the priesthood. Do not get in the way of my purpose in life and everything is fine. Do you feel me? Hello? Right. Going after what you passionately want. Don't get in my way. I will mow you down. I will fucking mow you down is what I see here. Okay? So don't let the necessary occur. All right. Absolutely. But death of the ego. This is all about business. This is not, oh, do you know who I am? This is not that. It's not that. It's about healing wounds. We don't have time to bleed. It's about stopping the bleeding. If that's what it is. If you're bleeding somewhere, priesthood, it's about stopping the bleeding and healing the wound. That's what it's about right now. Okay? We might be bleeding somewhere. All right, let's go further. I don't like that idea. Okay. Good thing you stopped by, ancestors. Okay? You see, this is what you need ancestors for. Okay, facts. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, okay, good enough. Right, clear road. You see what I'm saying? Clear road, clear road. Do you feel me? Clear road, clear road. And I get the cosmic cops are here to keep the road clear. Don't get in the way. Okay, that's what I see, and I feel that that's the priesthood saying that to the world, and I feel that that is just the announcement from God and from the spirit world and from the ancestors to just say that's what time it is. It's like the clock chiming. You know what I'm saying? It's like the clock chiming. No, the time waits for no one. Oh, that's interesting. Time is coming up a lot. Time is coming up a lot. Time waits for no man is the sensation that I'm getting right now. And this is, again, non-egotistical. I'm coming to you as one of you. All right? So this is something that we all have to look into. All right? Time waits for no man. Something has to end, or it has the power to end you. Something is in competition with your well-being. Something threatens to obscure the star. I get the sensation, because here, going where demons and angels fear to tread, this is Gwede. He's not afraid. Understand the difference between scary and being scared. Two different things, people. Two different things. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Walking a tightrope across Niagara Falls. Scary. But for the crazy motherfucker who did it, maybe he's not scared. Do you feel me? Hello? Right. Okay, so something is uniquely for you. You may or may not be afraid. That's not the issue, because Gwede's not scared of shit. He can handle it, and he knows that, because he's been there and done that. He's seen himself do that already. You dig what I'm saying? So he knows he can do it. He just doesn't enjoy it. It's really a shame life got to be like that. It's how he feels. You know? So it's more of something that you're resisting. It's something that has like a element that you don't like. That's the sensation that I get. Like you want to do it, but there's an element about it that you don't like. You know? Like in fashion, way back when I was in fashion, you design something. That's one thing. You know? Constructing it. That's another thing. That's quite another endeavor altogether. You know? And then it gets into the tedium of just put this part, you know, sew this, you know, fold that, you know, iron this. It's not creative, you know, it's just manual labor. The designing, that's the fun, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, and the wearing of the garment, that, you know, is the ultimate fun. So you feel me? And that's the sensation that I'm getting. Like we want something very passionately, but there's an element, you know, like how you want to go abroad, you want to travel abroad, but you don't feel like going through the paperwork and, you know, going overseas and the passport and going through TSA and with the bags and going to the airport and you know, so it's not personal to whatever it is you actually passionately want. It has nothing to do with that. You know, it's just that there's all of this red tape, you know, that you got to go through, or whatever inconvenient thing. Get off on your floor. You feel me? Okay. Okay, so what you passionately wants you. We'll get off on the enemy's floor in a minute. Right now, this is about you. Okay. Stand your ground. I hear that. Remember who you are. That's the sensation that I'm getting. Remember who you are. Like, for instance, if you're at a crossroads, like, okay, here's a scary situation that I don't feel like dealing with. You have some options about how you plan on dealing with it, because you can't ignore it. You can't say it's not there. It's there. So, you know, got to deal with it. Do I want to be afraid and stressed out with anxiety and doubts while I'm dealing with it? Or do I want to have faith in myself and my capability of dealing with things, knowing that I'm the motherfucking badass that other motherfuckers need to be afraid of? You know, shit like that. Like, I'm coming through. You need to be worried about what I might do and what I think and say. Do you feel me? Absolutely. So if you was at that crossroads, then that's the choice you're being given. You can walk confidently. Because, I mean, either way, you don't want to do whatever this is. You know, or there's some component of it that you just don't want to be bothered with, and you're never going to change your mind about that. You just don't want to be bothered with it. You know what I mean? But you passionately want this thing and you have to perform your function, whatever it is, right? So you got to decide how you gonna, how you gonna approach this thing. You got to decide. And here I see firm in our beliefs. Here I see going after what we passionately want. It passionately wants us, which means that there's some sort of reception that we can expect, and it doesn't have to be people necessarily, it can be results, that can be the reception, a certain quality of result, that you can rest your mind or rest assured, or you don't have to worry about it anymore, or, whatever, or it's recovering and you didn't think it could recover, or, something is repaired, or, person, place, or thing, get off on your floor. But there's some sort of reception because of the whatever passionately, there's duality here and here. Okay. It wants you. Okay, so let's say, going on vacation again or traveling again, you get to the, the spot, the hotel, whatever it is. They got the room for you. It's hooked up. It's perfect. Okay, day is all lined up, They got the good menu and everything with the concierge, and it's the lovely with the waterfall, and, and everything's lovely. Once you get there, everything's lovely. It's perfect. It's just what you want. You know what I mean? But it's just getting from here to there, paperwork, red tape, whatever, protocols, TSA, yada, yada, insurance. I don't know, whatever it is. It's nothing you can't deal with, but it might seem overwhelming, could seem overwhelming, because we do have Guede. And Guede goes where demons and angels fear to tread. I mean, that's not nothing. That's something. You know what I mean? So it might look scary. Or most people might be scared. You're not really scared. You're just, you just don't want to be bothered, with this part of the process. It's what do you call it? Mundane. It's mundane is the sensation that I get. It's mundane, but also it's a lot of work to do. It's not just mundane. It's a lot of work to do. It might not even be work you have to do directly yourself. It could be work that you're having someone else do. And then you got to monitor it. And then you have to make time and space for the project, or to check up on it, or monitor it. And you've got so many things you're monitoring. And, it's like that. You don't want to, but you can handle this, is all I'm saying. You don't want to, but you can. Here we're standing our ground. Emperor card. It is what it is. Death of the ego. It is what it is. You're the man. You're the woman. You're the priesthood. That's it. You're the most qualified. You know what I mean? And there's just nothing you can do about that. That means this case is on your desk. That's what it means. Okay, speaking of things that are special, you must be some kind of specialist. Okay, many layers. You must be some kind of specialist. And of course it's going to come to you if people know that you're a specialist. Or the universe certainly knows you're a specialist, so they're going to put some shit on your desk. You dig what I'm saying? All right, let's go further. I feel that you have to stand your ground and do this. And end this. Or have a death of the ego. Give or receive the mercy and grace of safe passage by way of resolving this wound that you didn't want to acknowledge, or what have you. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the enemy floor. The enemy's kicking rocks. They're bleeding. They tried to block your path. They tried to block you through deception. Got it. Okay. Through deception, which is why this Ace of Swords is here. This is the remarkable thing. The truth won out is what happened. The sword was yours. The truth was yours. They didn't use the truth against you. Or maybe they tried to. They tried to use your sword against you. It was your sword. You're the expert. You're the specialist with the sword. Okay? So they tried to maybe say they were the specialist with the sword. Maybe they had or there was an idea that was yours. They said it was theirs. It could be like that. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe they said, this was your job to cover this today. Or they told everybody it was their job. It was really your job. They said they had authority. Really, it was your authority. Something like that. Okay, it was over the truth, but it was deception. You dig it? Over whose truth this was is the sensation that I'm getting. Whose path is this? I get an identity theft. That's what I get out of here. Identity theft. Maybe somebody tried to act like they were you or like you, but they haven't gotten the wounds that you've gotten. They haven't gone where demons and angels fear to tread like you've gone. Like how the priesthood does. Maybe they tried to say they was the priesthood. I don't know what level this is on. Okay, maybe they said they was a practitioner. Okay, there's a flaw where that's going on. All right, they said they was a practitioner, but really they haven't done the work to really be appointed by the universe to do this work. You got to be appointed straight from the universe. That's critical. Okay, it doesn't matter what card you use, what's your tool, 1 tool, 2 tools, 5, none. It doesn't matter. Okay. Somebody was not appointed. They were not given the authority by the universe, to go where demons and angels fear to tread. Maybe they tried to follow behind you or pretend that they did. Let's not and say we did. That's what your enemy did. Okay? Let's not and say we did. Let's just act like we went where demons and angels fear to tread, So, they tried to get away with something. Get over. They tried to get over here regarding death, the ego. They might have been over emperoring. This is your enemy I'm talking about. It might have been regarding a death or death of the ego, or they just simply tried to end something for you or stop you from ending something, their authority. It's as if you didn't speak up. I don't know, for whatever reason. You might not have known something. You might not have known you needed to speak up. No, you knew something. You knew something. Because you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. You let somebody get away with something is the sensation that I'm getting. And I don't mean you're like, okay, yeah, go ahead. That's okay. It's fine. No, not like that. You let somebody get away with something, meaning that's how it worked out, is the sensation that I'm getting. Not that you actually was like, yeah, get away with it, like that. But maybe you saw something and didn't think you had to speak up, Maybe you thought it was one way, but it really was another way. Or you didn't know this person was your enemy or acting as your enemy. But you felt some kind of way. I'm going to go ahead and guess, because by saying it's not there, which means you turned away from whatever needed to be fixed. Maybe you thought you couldn't fix it, or you didn't feel like it. You didn't want to do it. It was something about it that was tedium. It was something about it that was tedium, like, oh God, I don't want to have to say this and check this person, because then it's going to erupt. It's going to be a whole fucking battle. It's going to be a whole argument. Whatever. It could be anything, okay? But I'm just saying, because you didn't want to regulate. You didn't want to regulate. I get the sensation you didn't want to take authority over a situation. Mild to cataclysmic. Get off on your floor. You didn't want to this is in the case of your enemies now. You did not want to take responsibility for something. I get the sensation because you already been through all kinds of shit. You just wanted to chill. That's the sensation that I'm getting. You just wanted to chill. You don't want to have to really, this is the end of the night here. Okay, on the enemy floor. If you was on duty or some shit, this is the end of the night. You must have been getting tired. You know what I mean? You ready to go home. It's that sort of thing. Like, nah, I'm ready to go home. Clear path, guided by the spirit. No, that's facts. Listen, I am ready to leave. Oh, also, You might have rather left than deal with something. Okay, get off on your floor, all right? But that's the enemy. The enemy's bleeding. They're mad because their deceptions didn't work. They was going after something of yours. Somehow it's the mercy and grace of safe passage, but there's still something you have to do to heal the situation. Let's go further. Okay, now remember, some of these floors is set up similarly, but there'll be some minor differences here and there. Those minor differences are not minor insignificance in terms of the whole scheme of things. So don't get lost on a floor that's not yours, okay? It need to all be hidden, okay? And then that's how you know it's your floor, all right? Fantastic. Or you might have a room on a floor. That's your room, okay? Or some business in that office. But the whole floor is not your floor. You know, don't get confused, all right? Boom, Narnia. So, right here. Look at all this truth. Look at all this truth. Yeah, okay, so somebody, all right, the first thing off the top of my head, cream off the top, somebody's acting like they don't want something. Or they wanted something they're not supposed to have. Okay, I get coveting. I get coveting here. Somebody might have been coveting a person, place, or a thing that they should not have. If this is just you, then you have clear perception. Yeah, there's something magnetic here. Something wants you, you want it. That's happening. But there's a block. Okay. Reaching out for the opportunity to connect. Somebody wants to block you from a connection. This is contrived. What do I mean by that? This feels contrived in the sense that there's an artificial block. I feel that something is artificial. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. Either it's artificial because somebody is lying. You know what I mean? And saying like, for instance, oh, you want to go out for coffee this weekend? Oh, I can't, I'm washing my hair, right? Artificial blockage. That's just an example. I don't know what form it might take, but it's an artificial blockage, and or somebody is acting like, hold on. It's divine time. Put some respect on my name. Somebody wants something without respecting it. They want power over you, over something of yours, without taking the proper protocols, like without going through the proper channels. It's like somebody is trying to illegally immigrate into your life. That's the sensation. Or they try to illegally immigrate themselves onto your karmic strand, onto your karmic cord. You see what I'm saying? They tried to interrupt destiny. That's God's plan. Do you feel me? Right. I feel that somebody tried to interrupt God's plan. It's tower. Right. I know that's right. Okay, you walking away as a tower? Yeah, you have every reason. Somebody's disrespectful to you. Now they could see, now this is, this definitely can be, inappropriate sexual behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody was inappropriate towards a lady, towards a feminine, towards a priestess, or vice versa. And I mean inappropriate. I don't mean I'm interested in you and I'm showing interest in you. I mean disrespect here, because we got Oya, put some respect on my name. But above Oya is the Queen of Wands. No, no, no. If it's proper protocols, it's Oya is above the Queen of Wands, not the Queen of Wands is above Oya. No. And that's why we have every right to be upset. We have every right to let the tower fall, cut off the head of corruption. It's divine time that this happened. I feel that this person might have been getting away with this behavior for a while. That's the sensation that I'm getting. Okay. It might be something that you've been through that you don't know how much it hurt you. Maybe you don't know or realize that, that really hurt your feelings. This is many layers, okay? If that's your floor, it's not just that floor. It's not just that floor. It's many layers to it. Because again, they were telling you, you have the power to heal the wound. You know what I'm saying? So you're not like out of the game here. But somebody is walking away and is causing a tower and they're mad. Okay, so another thing I get, like let's say it's a lover of some sort, where something questionable happened, but this is not like a traditional, enemy situation, although you were harmed or hurt by this person. In that one, I get the sensation that that person did something and they either didn't acknowledge it or lied and said it didn't happen. Something like that. Somebody did something that they know when you find out, Ace of Swords, that it's going to be the Queen of Swords that they meet. You know what I'm saying? In that moment. And it's going to be divine time for the tower. Yeah, look like here. Because corruption, cutting off the head of corruption. And then we see, this passionate shit going on here. So this could be two different women. And the truth is somebody is either, entangled with someone else currently. They were entangled with someone else at a bad time in whatever dynamic was going on between you and them. Like, you mean while I was this, you were doing that? One of those, okay? Whatever it is, it's disrespect. Okay, and or somebody was just thinking of you sexually. And they were not, dealing with you as a whole entire person because they don't want to deal with your mind. They just want to deal with your body and your sex appeal. That could be an issue as well. So that could be something where it's just you got to deal with my mind and not just my body and my sex appeal. It could just be that. And it's not another person. It's just a matter of those components and those elements. And maybe this person doesn't want to. They feel like, oh, God. But no, every reason to be mad. Walking away. Something happened. Somebody did some shit. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you could be still walking away and mad because of all of those components. That's true. But I'm just strongly getting that somebody did some shit sexually, if we're on the lover's floor here, that you may not approve of, priesthood. And they feel like once you figure out this truth, or once you hear about this, you know what I mean? It's going to be them kicking rocks. Because you're going to be sailing on. And then it's going to be the death of the ego for the emperor. Or whatever. Okay? Or for the masculine, whoever. Because maybe somebody was slinging dang-a-lang. And they were being deceptive. About destiny. Maybe they, like that artificial block I was talking about. They put an artificial block and said, oh, no, I can't pursue destiny. For whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe the feminine I'm going to get, because the death card is over here with the masculine. But I don't know, it could be the other way around. But I get the sensation that they were like, oh, no, girl, you're my destinies. But, I'm going to act like you're not my destiny. Just so I could sling a little dang-a-lang. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah, so I feel that they tried to get over in that scenario. They tried to get over by putting that artificial block. You know, maybe they were like, oh, I've been through so much, girl. Oh my God, I don't know if I could get into another relationship, I've been through just so much, just so they could sling some dang-a-lang. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, so that might be calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay? Or maybe you want to act like you know that already. Maybe you know that already and you want to act like that doesn't hurt you. Maybe you want to act like that doesn't hurt you. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. I think that is perfectly reasonable. Every reason to be upset. Perfectly reasonable. Do you feel me? All right. Fantastic. Because divine timing. Tower. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go on. I mean, I could say it 75 different ways. It's just going to amount to what I already said. All right. Fantastic. The sexually inappropriate person who is trying to, harm you by taking from you, without any kind of connection, like there was no blurred lines. The lines was real crisp here with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Cosmic Cops and the clear road. Hello? Everybody was able to see very plainly that your road was clear, and possibly to be kept clear. I don't know what the, policies are around your situation in this case, but it was disrespect. Somebody tried to block your road and keep you captive here with the Cosmic Cops, under arrest on some scale, to block you from receiving help, to block you from receiving assistance, helping hands, to block you from receiving respect or a sudden come up so that you could go on your clear path, right? Tried to bring a tower to you, upset you, okay? Because they wanted something sexual from you, and if they can't have it, then, then nobody would. And, not even you. You can't even have yourself. That's right. You have to be destroyed as far as this person is concerned. They're kicking rocks because this didn't work. All right, let's go on. I think I hit all the floors that's standing out to me at the moment. Right. Protocols. Walking through the fire. Okay, going back to somebody doesn't feel like going through the red tape. Let's go back there. Boom. Red tape. Yep. Ancestors. Yep. Pecking order. Somebody was trying to get around the pecking order. Or maybe they were trying to get you without respecting you. That sort of thing. Have you have benefits from you without respecting you. For instance, friends with benefits. Oh my God, you want to get on my nerves? Mention friends with benefits as a serious option. Oh my God. Absolutely. Friends with benefits, there is no such thing. That is what people don't get. Okay? All you doing is fucking up. If you had a friendship, whatever your friendship is, you just fucking it up. That's all you're doing. Okay? And the whole shit is just the countdown till I fucked up my friendship. Right? It's just like they say, if you lose them, you lose two things. A lover and a friend. Especially if that's your confidant and your best friend, your bestie. You don't do that. I'm telling you right now. This goes for girls too. Okay, I'm sorry. This goes for same sex as well. Let's go there. This goes for same sex as well. Don't do that. If it's your friend, it's your friend. Draw the line. Boundaries. Okay? That's how I feel about it, y'all. All right. This is according to Maya. Do what you want to do. All right. But I'm just saying that shit, take it from me, doesn't fucking work. I'm just saying, in my experience and in my observation, yeah, that doesn't work. You know, you're going to tell me you're not going to be jealous if I've been putting it in and then I start seeing somebody else. You're not jealous? Please. People are more fucking possessive of, you know, their fucking coffee cups. Like, what are you talking about? Of course it's going to start trouble. Of course. You know, so boom. That's why I don't do that whole friends with benefits thing. It's bullshit. We're kidding ourselves. It's Narnia. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I fucking feel. I feel like, nah, I'm not going to sit here delusional. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're interested in each other, then that's what we're doing here. Okay? If that's not what we're doing here, then we're not doing that here. But we're not doing the friends with benefits. That's bullshit. What you're doing is you're inviting chaos. You're inviting a tower. That's what you're doing. You're inviting the mother of storms. You're inviting the lightning that struck the tower. That's all you doing. Okay? So that's all I'm saying right here. Boom. Protocols. Follow them. Follow them. Okay, now, wait. Side note. It's different if you've organically formed a friendship and you wasn't even thinking of this person that way. That's different. And then it starts to form into something more serious. Because then there's an understanding we are crossing the threshold and we're feeling this way about each other now. You know, and so now these are the new rules of our relationship and our association with each other. Right? Right. Okay, so don't be spending the night over your friend's house who's the opposite gender, who's good looking after we've been fucking. Like, hello? Like, no, that's no longer appropriate. You know what I mean? Right? So this is, you know, this is the sensation that I'm getting. It's a pecking order thing. It's a changing of the rules, or it's a difference in understanding of the rules, or somebody understands what you think, but they want to act like they don't. They want to act like, huh? What, girl? I didn't know you meant that. Oh, I didn't know that's the kind of relationship you wanted. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to treat you like that. You know? And they just acting ignorant. They're lying. They know what it is. Do you feel me? This why you don't argue with people. You see what I'm saying? We don't have time to bleed. We don't have time. Over here like, oh no, you must understand. Oh, I must explain it to you for the 50th fucking time. No, you ladies, see, be like men. You see how men are? You know, take some lessons from men. Okay, I learn a lot from men. Okay? Just actions. Yeah? Men are action animals. You feel me? Yeah, just take action, honey. Just get on the road. Don't talk it to death. Let's get on the road. Okay, speaking of that, let's move on. Justice. You see what I'm saying? Justice. The only way to justice is to follow the protocols. The only way to get what you passionately want is to be in right relationship with the law. We got judgment. We got justice. We got destiny. We got the protocols. We got going for what we passionately want. If we want all of this to align, hello? We have to follow the protocols. There's something we're not doing. There's a tightening. Okay? There's a tightening. Again, this is not criticism, children of God. This is things as they are. We got to go where demons and angels fear to tread and look at the fucking math. Plain and simple. With the sword of truth right here. With this clear perception. Okay? With our creative confidence. All right? Because the creator, here's what we understand in this card with the Queen of Wands energy coming up. What we need to understand is we absolutely deserve what we want. Mother of storms, lightning that struck the tower, every reason, angry empress, every reason to be upset. Listen, you deserve what you want. The quality that you want, the mate that you want, whatever that it is, you know, this dynamic between y'all, especially if it's something where somebody tried to block the connection between you and your person. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to settle is the sensation that I'm getting. You don't have to settle. You need to understand that about yourself. You know? And what I mean is settle for low quality. That's what I mean. You don't have to settle for low quality. And when I say low quality, I mean quality according to the law, not according to what's trending. Okay, so hold on. Let me figure out if this is you. Hold on. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yes. I see. I'm sorry. Hold on. Go on. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, here's the deal. Sorry, I'm picking up messages from like every configuration. Okay. So, here's the thing. This blockage, and when I say artificial blockage, if it's you, it's something you're thinking that's unnecessary. It's something you're thinking that's not true. It's delusion. Yeah, yes. But it's understandable, okay? Because you've been through so much. It's an understandable delusion. It's a delusion that's made to help you, manage internal and external pressure. You dig what I'm saying? I get the sensation you're managing a wound instead of healing it. You're managing it. Got it. Got it, ancestors. Okay, well, here's the deal. You're managing it because you're still in a state of mind where you think you have to live with it. So that's the energy of you don't have to settle that's coming up right now. You think you have to live with something that you don't have to live with. That's the sensation that I'm getting. Except that you have to pass through some sort of threshold. Okay, death card. You have to pass through the other death card, a threshold, in order to get the full, turn of the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, in order to get the full access to your fortune, in order to get the full turn where things actually start changing in the way you want to see in this particular situation, you have got to accept who you are, is the sensation that I'm getting. Now, there's several layers to that. One of those layers is you will get what you're aiming to go get. You will get what you're aiming to go get if it's your destiny. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you ought to have a good idea of that ahead of time, is the sensation that I'm getting here. Okay, so yes. Is this what I passionately want, or is this a delusion? Yes. That is where demons and angels fear to tread, because here we are at the fiery crossroads and we do not want to pick the wrong shit. Didn't I say crossroads earlier in this reading? I think I did. Get your personal. All right. We're at a crossroads. Now, like I said, you can sit at the crossroads looking at that crossroads of fire. Okay? Or here at the scale, looking at the scale like, oh God, I got to put my heart on that thing. Everybody's going to know in the universe, all the ancestors going to know what I was doing or whatever, right? It's like report card day. You're nervous even though you did a good job. You did a good job. That's what I see here. There's still shit to do. The ancestors understand that. They're not criticizing you. That's what they said. They said it's called judgment, but, lighten up. We do understand nuance. That's what they said. It's called judgment. Judgment has a reputation. But we are the wise ancestors, extensions of the function of this universe. Here's the star. Here's the ancestors. Here's the protocols. Okay? They're saying you can trust us. Trust the intimacy. You can trust the protocols. Your mind? You know what I mean? What you can know about the mind is that it's fluid. It moves around. It changes. Wheel of Fortune. Magic mirror. It changes. It's mysterious. For the rest of your life, there will be mysteries. For the rest of your life. You dig what I'm saying? There will be puzzles to solve, mysteries to solve, wounds to heal that keep you busy for the rest of your life. You know, not that you'll become wounded or be wounded, but there's just enough healing to be done on this planet that you'll be busy for the rest of your life. You know, if you've healed your own wounds, you'll be moving on to somebody else's wounds, like being a doctor. You know what I'm saying? You're the priesthood. So you'll be moving on to solve problems everywhere. There's enough problems to keep you busy for the rest of your life is what I see here. What you need to understand is that you are a specialist. You know, it's not for you to be like, another problem. And here's the nuance. I think they want us to understand nuance. That's what I think. They want us to understand that the nuance of the fact that you'll always be going where demons and angels fear to tread is that you never have to be afraid. You never have to be afraid. That's the flip side. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you want to be afraid, they're going to let you go ahead and knock yourself out. But they would stop by here. They're stopping by here today. All right, looks like here. They're stopping by here today to let us know, you don't have to be bleeding. Do you feel me? Because we really don't have the time. What you could actually do is stop the bleeding and heal the wound. You know? Because we don't have to sacrifice that anymore. We're not at war on that scale. Like, we're not at war with the forces of justice. So that's it. They're saying if you don't have to sweat us, honey, you don't have to sweat shit. We're the only things in the universe to be sweated. Okay? That's what it look like here. So the whole going where demons and angels fear to tread. So, in a sense of, you're all right. You're fine. You'll be fine. This is what you do. What are you talking about? This is your purpose in life. You'll be fine. You'll be glowing, sparkling, coming back from where demons and angels fear to tread. You came to regulate. You didn't come to tussle. You didn't come to wrestle. You came to regulate. See, emperor energy. Do you feel me? All the tussling, mercy and grace to save passage. Death. No tussling. If you feel yourself tussling, pull back. Give it a bird's eye view. What are you missing? Because you don't have to tussle anymore. You got to make up your mind about that, they said, here at the crossroads. You have to decide that that's who you are. You're the person that doesn't have to tussle. That's who you are now. Hello? You are the regulator. Okay? If there's something you blocked and it's real, it's authentic, it's a block, that means turn. It doesn't, what? Your duties go on. Look like here. Okay? Your duties go on. So get off on your floor. You got to get intuitive with these readings. Okay? Absolutely. You got to pitch in. This the priesthood. Okay? Absolutely. It's a whole hood. Do you feel me? It's a whole hood. So, something is telling you. You see what I'm saying? Something is telling you could trust the ancestors. Something is telling you you're safe. Something is telling you that there's symmetry here. What you want wants you. Something tells you that there's a reception for you. Even if this is death. Even if you're facing death as a child of God because you finished your purpose in life and you're about to die and you happen to know that, that tends to be one of the benefits the children of God get. You get to know you're about to die. It's not limited to the children of God, but that's one of the benefits that the children of God get very often. And so if you're one of those children of God and by some stretch of the imagination you're watching this video and you're about to cross over, they said there will be a reception. You don't have to be afraid. The ancestors will be there to greet you. They're not saying it's not scary. What they're saying is you don't have to be afraid. The fact that it's scary is neither here nor there to what is going to happen for you. That's what they're telling you. This is who you are now. You got to walk around like you got nothing to worry about. Right? So you got to settle into that so deep that loud, abrupt sounds don't even scare you. Which is one of the very few things that I heard was a natural fear. Loud, abrupt sounds. Side note, fear of falling is like legit. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. You know, everything else is imagined. You know, like, unless your life is in the line, imminent threat of danger, physical, harm, that sort of thing. Like, that's legit. Loud, abrupt sounds and the fear of falling. That's what I heard. I heard the rest is contrived. That's what I heard. Okay, so that's the sensation that I'm getting here and now. Pressure to communicate also something is telling us, right? And it's justice, right? So we know we're going to be fine. We did good. It's like, you did good. You studied, you passed, but it's report card day, and that just gives you a little bit of anxiety. Oh, well, they're saying don't worry. You don't have to have anxiety, says the ancestors. Judgment, it sounds scary. That's what they're saying. It sounds scary. But when you did a good job, and you did a good job, we're not going to like pull something out our ass like, oh, but what about this? You're going to hell. You know what I'm saying? They said it's not like that. Even though, yes, they are formidable and everything. And yes, it is the fiery crossroads, and it's totally legit to have some butterflies in your stomach, but you'll be fine. Safe as a bug in a rug, safe and sound. Okay. Whatever's the bug in the rug. Okay. But safe and sound, like in a cradle, safe in the arms and the bosom of God, whatever, all of those sweet, safe things. Alrighty then, so now let's do this final pillar. Alright. Divine calling. Mercy and grace of safe passage. Nothing can stop you. Okay? Nothing can stop you. You all the way up. In all the most important ways, they say. Look, God is behind it all. Come on now. Come on. God is behind it all. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's why you can heal that wound. That's why. Don't worry about understanding it, Don't worry about feeling it, even though it's understandable that you want to feel it. And I'm sure at times you will, and you do, because something is telling us, right? But don't worry about noticing, or, there's no fireworks, or I didn't really feel a shift, or, don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about none of that. Just do what God tell you to do, okay? And it will become clear to you. Do you feel me? Because if you sitting here with anxiety about the shit, about the future, about this particular project, issue, relationship, whatever it is, if you fearing it, because we're dealing with it, but if you have that fear in your heart, that's really the thing that is the threat. You know what I'm saying? That really is the thing that is the threat. Not because it's not natural to have fear, but just that you don't sit in that. Like, pass through it. Pass through it. It's okay. Pass through the fear. Let it wash over you. Like when the wave comes and you kind of lift with the wave and let it pass, like that. Let the energy just pass through you. It's normal. It's normal and natural. Just keep moving. Keep moving through this fire. Don't stand in the fire like, oh, will I make it? Not if you keep standing in the middle of the motherfucking fire, you ain't gonna make it. Hello? Right. And don't stand there on the other side of the fire knowing you need to cross over the crossroads like, oh, is it gonna work? Am I really a child of God? Are ancestors real? Because then boom, door's gonna close. Done, wrap. And it'll be all because you did it to your fucking self. And then you'll be sitting there kicking rocks. So whatever this is, health, relationships, they said don't worry about it. So calm down. Because whatever this is gives you anxiety. That's clear. Okay, whatever this is gives you anxiety, or it's something that gives people anxiety. It might not be like unique. You know what I'm saying? Point is, it's understandable. They understand nuance. Maybe you did something. Neglect or abuse. Okay? It could be to a person, place, or a thing, including possibly yourself. Okay? It could be and or all of that. Okay? Even if you were responsible for abuse or neglect of this person, place, or thing, they are saying, you dig what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the child of God, not the enemies of God, okay? Because the enemies of God do shit like that too. I'm not talking about them. If you are a child of God and you fuck something up, that's what I'm talking about, okay? They're saying, yes, they know it's scary, but you have something to do here, and you cannot be forever bleeding at this fiery crossroad. You cannot be forever stalling on putting your heart on the scale. You under pressure to put your heart on the scale. You under pressure. And who's doing it? The ancestors. You dig what I'm saying? Right. Because that's how it works in the hall of Ma'at, in the hall of judgment. You be under pressure. Facts. From the ancestors. Right. Exactly. Because that's what we do here. We put our heart on the scale. There's nothing else to do in the hall of judgment. You know what I'm saying? But trust and intimacy. The sanctuary. You know, you're a priest. You're a priestess. You'll be fine. You're giving up your old self. You're giving up your old life. You are no longer a civilian. You are no longer a regular person. You're going to have to come to terms with that. It's hurting you not coming to terms with that. It's hurting you. You know why? Because you're still attached to the old world. Now, ain't that what they said in the special report? You're still tied to the old world somehow. It could be just your ideas about yourself, and therefore the kind of split commitment that you're giving to yourself. Like, say, you're this new healthy person. You have, your philosophy is, go to the gym, take care of your body, but you're not acting it out, maybe, or, you're acting it out, but you're also eating Oreo cookies like it is, the fucking rations during Armageddon. Like, why are you feeding on Oreo cookies like that? I'm just saying, if you are, sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anyone. This is not a criticism. My point being, there's something where you're in two worlds and you have to make, they said, a full commitment in the last reading. That's the sensation I'm getting again. And it's a full commitment in this particular instance to yourself as a high priest or a high priestess, to understanding what that means. You can't go back. Yeah, let that soak in. Marinate in that for a minute, because I feel that that's the point. You can't go back. You know what I'm saying? You can't be who you were. The rules have changed. It doesn't matter if you even pretend. It's not going to work out the same. You dig what I'm saying? It's not going to work out the same for you. It's going to be you kicking rocks is what's going to happen. So, you know what I mean? So it's really actually very good news. I get the sensation this has something to do with either something you care very much about, something you're extremely familiar with. So then there's the inertia, which does happen in the Ace of Swords card in my deck. There's inertia at play. Things that move tend to remain in movement. Things that stay still tend to remain still. This energy doesn't come unless you call it. If you don't call it, it stays right there and it chills. And it's forming a crossroad of its very own. You dig what I'm saying? So the significance, I feel, is that if you don't do something, it won't get done. And it needs to be done, and you're going to be kicking rocks at the results if you don't do it. That's one thing. And you know what it is, whatever it is I'm talking about. Don't let it trigger you. They said everything's fine. They said everything's going to work out beautifully. So don't let it trigger you. Okay? But something has to mobilize here. You got to mobilize around a thing. But you need to, this is where you need to mobilize around a thing. Here is where they're telling you, even though you have to mobilize, here's the nuance. You're fine. This is your destiny. And that is your number one priority in life. Do you feel me? It's totally okay to pursue your destiny. That is the one endeavor that you could undertake that has the greatest guarantee on your well-being at the end. You dig what I'm saying? That is the one most worthy investment that you will ever make in your life, is to pursue your destiny. Do you feel me? Because that's what we're doing here. All right? Pow. God is behind it all. Divine calling. Mercy and grace of safe passage. Hello? That's how you get it. Hello? Connect the dots. Be in the network of God. Be in God's network. And you'll be fine. You'll always be well informed. Here, what something is telling us. Keeping us safe. You dig what I'm saying? Because Narnia. I feel anything, this could happen to anybody. Narnia could happen to anyone. Okay? And they're saying, we can protect you from Narnia. As you well know, you know all of this. Because, the veteran. Been there, done that. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. You dig what I'm saying? So, this is credit you will have to give to yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is credit you have to give to yourself to take a load off for your own well-being. To give yourself sanctuary. You have to start seeing yourself as the capable emperor, empress that you are. You have to start really giving yourself that credit for being a child of God and walking with it in a way where you're okay. You feel okay. I don't know what you might be feeling, but whatever you're ignoring it because you think it won't be okay. You think you can't fix it, or you think you're going to be disappointed, or, it's something like that. Like, oh, it'll never work, or it'll take too much, or I can't do it, or whatever. It's not true. It's Narnia. You can do it. It will work. Don't look for, because I feel that we're looking for certain things. We're looking to have a dramatic experience, like, the bell rung at the same time as this, and that means that I've got to pursue, no, it's not fucking the Lord of the Rings, it's not, it's life, yo. It's just life. God is a fact of life. Facts. You know that. Clear perception. Hello? It's time to be creative about this thing. About this authority. It's time. Divine timing. Fuck the old shit. Here's the tower. You dig what I'm saying? It didn't give you what you needed. Walk away from the old you. Walk away from the old thing, from the old way. Walk away in all of the ways that you know you need to. In the ways that are keeping you bleeding. Maybe 4 people. 4 principles. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to save the whales. I don't know what you're trying to do. All right? But the whales, everything, the law is already... I'm sorry, that's not the law. The law is already in place and is perfect. Okay? Don't worry about what you can't do. Take care of what you can do. All right? Is what I'm getting there. Bursting free of limiting beliefs. Okay? They're just saying what I just said. Death of the ego. Surrender to the superior power of the spirit. There's some shit you need the ancestors for. We just talked about that over here. Loss is not defeat. We just talked about that. Okay? Loss is not defeat. God is behind it all. Don't worry about it. God can heal you. And yes, it is overwhelming. It is so much. It is in such disrepair. Whatever the situation is, that's why you need the ancestors, and that's why you need God, is their point. That's their point exactly. That's why you need these benefits. So you might as well be glad you have them. Yeah, because that's why you don't have to be kicking rocks like your enemies. You see what I'm saying? You see what a thin line there is? You see how close you came to kicking rocks? Like these people? This is a bad time to be kicking rocks. You don't want to be kicking rocks during divine time. When it's time to get the reception. You dig what I'm saying? You don't want to be kicking rocks at that time. You will not be kicking rocks at that time. And you are not kicking rocks at that time. You just need to finish severing these ties to the old you. Loss is not defeat. Somebody fell from grace. Here we got the emperor and the emperor. The emperor was trying the emperor without the ancestors. That's what it looked like here. He was trying the emperor without the ancestors. Then he ended up kicking rocks. That could be on the lover's floor too. Like something blew back and on somebody, and now For somebody, the emperor juice blew back on somebody. And it was God. God did it. And the ancestors did it. And spun the wheel of fortune on somebody and shut them down on some scale. Or they fell down or smacked them down. You know, they got beat down like the punks that jumped up. I don't know. Get off on your floor. So, you know, I'm gonna guess there's a medley of different things that happened to this person, but they seem to be taking this in, realizing something, which gives them this, you know, this veteran status, this I've been there, done that status, this, you know, I've gone where demons and angels fear to tread status. And, you know, took some knocks. Somebody willfully was over emperoring without the ancestors. Yeah, he tried to emperor the ancestors. Look like here. Yeah, I know. Somebody tried to emperor the ancestors. I mean, there's times and places where we might have tried to emperor more than the ancestors, but if you were a child of God, I'm going to guess you didn't really understand that that's what you was doing. Or you felt compelled by some attachment that you have to a person, place, or thing. It was something that was overwhelming. It overwhelmed your better sense of judgment, if this is you. And if you were willful, that would be why, you know. Or you might have had like a, you know, oh, I'll handle it myself. No need to go to the ancestors, you know, sort of thing. All right, well, wrap it up. If it's a lover, then maybe they tried to over emperor, or they tried to emperor the ancestors, or they, you know, or some such thing like that. Okay. Break it down. You know, I mean, put it all together. Bottom line, y'all. Do the right thing and do the divine work is the law. Bottom line. Okay? Movement, moving forward. Determination. Drive. The Chariot card. Okay. And riding. Or somebody's ride, or something about the ride. Go ahead. Major Arcana, by the way, this is major. I get the sensation there's a turning of the corner here that needs to take place. You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Let's read that, because we didn't even read that. Some injuries you really can just walk off. But too many of us run around treating emotional compound fractures like a stubbed pinky toe. They ain't the same thing. Okay, love. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that some sort of pet name? They ain't the same thing, love. Okay. Interesting. If you ignore the big ouches, they fester and get gangrene and give us permanent limps and shit. Do you have a big ouch that needs tending? Naming it is the first step in healing it. Maybe your wound needs some professional help. Don't do the gangrene amputation thing. Like, that's so 2016. All right, so we get it. I'm sorry. So I didn't read that really milky, but you get it, right? Okay, fine. Get her done is the basic bottom line. So hopefully you got some good juice out of that. Okay, yeah. Don't be playing no mind games. Look like here. If this is you, priesthood, see past the illusion. We don't have time. They said blow past the illusion. Just blow past them. Okay? Like you're on a motorcycle and the illusion is just standing at the bus stop. Okay? Blow right past the illusion. Like, don't spend no time on it. You know? Again, we don't have time to bleed. Okay, so you don't, you know, oh, the whales, oh, look what's happening to the whales, which I understand. We don't like the whales being mistreated. But you do understand that God is behind it all, right? Okay, so act like you understand that for the rest of your life is what they're saying. Right. Okay, so just start tightening. You know, it's not a criticism. Just start tightening. All right, go on. Yeah, because you're wasting time. Right. We said that. Okay, cool. They said that to death. All right, fantastic. Going round and round in your head and it's amounting to nothing. Just move. Do the work. Do the divine work. Do the right thing. Move forward. Move. Go. Blow past the illusion. We don't have time. Blow past it. Okay, because I guess what we're doing is we're looking at it, figuring it out. Okay, so that's the secret to the puzzle, because that's what we was talking about at the beginning of the reading. We about to solve a puzzle. Here's how you solve the puzzle. Blow past the motherfucking puzzle like it's not even there. Okay, like meaning, like the idea that you could be stopped, the idea that you could be unsuccessful in your endeavor, the idea that you won't get to where you're going. Like blow past that. You dig what I'm saying? Blow past the illusion, get to the actual problem. Get to the actual problem that's behind the illusion to see things clearly as they are. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. Then let's get creative here with our Queen of Wands energy. Let's get creative. With your enemies, the law has taken care of your enemies. The ancestors are taking care of your enemies. Okay, there's no need to worry about your enemies anymore. Okay, because we were pulling out the station during the special report. Well, here, now we're in the chariot. We're moving. We're out the station, baby. We are on our path, headed towards our destiny. Okay? And let the tower fall and let the pieces fall where they may. Because we had every reason to board this train, and we will make it to our destination and heal those wounds that we were concerned about. All right, go ahead and start approaching those now, the ancestor said. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. All right, I hope that information helps somebody out there. For more deep ass readings, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely, and I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.